Good dawning, everybody, and welcome to another fun, fabulous, and furry edition of Good Dawning with me, Mr. Floyd. And welcome. Again, if you're new here, please like, subscribe. Working on getting some better lighting. Hit the bell for notifications when I go live. Good Dawning, Helene, Juxtaposart, Henny, Millie, and we'll let everybody pile in. All right, so what did Millie got to say there? We do not want to hide anybody on the channel. All right, what did Millie say here? Oh, thank you. Here we go. We can do this. Pin message. There we go. Thank you, Millie. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you want a one-on-one session with me, I never advertise them anymore, and I haven't done one in a minute. But if you want a one-on-one energetic attunement session with myself and Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Sekhmet, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo, Calfwoman, and more, just email me at mrfloydchannelings@gmail.com. And yeah, we can set that up. All right. Good Dunning Cricket. Correction. Good Dunning Eeks. What? Cricket. Good Dunning. Amy, good Dunning as well. We'll let everybody pile in. How are we doing today? We having a good day? It's 30-something and cloudy here, and it's not going to get any warmer than that. So today is the first official fall winter day we've actually had, because up till last week we were in the 80s all the time. So we lost summer last week. All right. We're going to work with Kyle Gray's deck again today, the Ascended Masters deck. And we've got the Smoky Quartz. And so we'll let everybody pile in here and see what we get here. And we'll start with the cards. If you were here last night, I appreciate you. Hey, what do you know? I did not do this on purpose. I'm just literally pulling. All right, Saint Germain, we love you. All right, that was crazy because it was not meant to happen, but I guess it was. Get the keys today and move out fully. All right, Nathan, fantastic. All right, send me your address, brother. Once you're all right, Saint Germain coming back again. Just trying to shuffle the deck here. There we go. We got Kuan Yin in the process here too. All right, we are not trying to, and there's Mary Magdalene. So the whole family's here, right? We haven't gotten into Mary yet. I don't know if she'll come through, but anything's possible here. Fantastic Nathan is moving on Friday. Fantastic Nathan. Yeah, send us your address. Send Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at Gmail, and we will get some stuff out to you. Congratulations, brother. Most awesome. I've begun my own business and doing things on Tuesday nights, but always sending love to you all. Fantastic. Whatever you're doing, Cricket, more power to you. And if it's anything you want to share with the group, by all means, you can. You're welcome to come on and share it, or you're welcome to post it. I can put it on the community page too. If it's anything that we would benefit from, maybe that we could help you with. Josh, would you give your blessing to share a powerful tool that a large community tribe of 80,000 like-minded seekers and spirits have been working on? We have it now in beta. I can't state what I give my blessings to until I know what it is, but it sounds interesting for sure. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what that is, Juxtaposart. So let me know. You can email me, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. And yeah, I have no idea what it is. 80,000 like-minded secret spirits have been working on. Yeah, I'm curious to see what it is. Yeah, please share. All right. So we're going to work with the Divine Masters deck this dawning. And if you didn't miss last night there, Chris on the from the Chris the volunteer did his sacral Suzette Sunny verse. Hi, how are we doing? Are you sunny? It's not sunny here, but I hope it's sunny where you are, Suzette. But yeah, please share that Juxtaposart. Last night. So if you missed last night, please, the replay is in the lives. And Chris, of course, with his sacral chakra ball, we recommend headphones for best effect. But it was pretty, Suzette was there. It was pretty amazing. So if you are looking to ground yourself, right? And of course, don't forget Chris and his daily message with Archangel Gabriel as well. It takes about 2 minutes of your time to speaking of Chris, there we go. We're just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing. Thank you for last night, Chris. It was amazing. And we're telling everyone who might have missed the live to check it out, and to I have toothpaste in here. To wear headphones, absolutely. But it was absolutely amazing. We are grateful, and if you didn't know, that's actually a combo of a root and sacral chakra bowl. It kind of splits the frequencies there. So if you're feeling it in both chakras, then that would be why. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Thank you, and we're grateful. All right, so let's cut the deck here and see what my first Kyle Gray deck, which definitely has a different energy than an like the Isis deck from Alana there. So these are a lot different in energetics. They're a lot lighter, actually. Kyle Gray's decks are lighter in energy than Alana. I forgot her name. Alana, whatever her last name is. All right, so let's see what we got. We cut this. Cut this. And we'll throw them on top. All right, so there we go. Let's do that. All right, so let's see what we got. Take the bottom card as our daily energetics. And then we take the top three. 1, 2, and 3. And Henny, I'm going to the post office this dawning, and we will get you in the mail. Henny had won our amethyst, but something happened at work to somebody. I don't know the situation. It's none of my business, so I don't know. But so I've been working extra hours and just whatnot to get to the post office today. And we'll get that out to you, Helene. We are appreciative. All right, so let's see what the masters, ascended masters, have to say. This was the energetic we're looking for, and we hadn't started talking to Mary Magdalene. Well, here's the other mother that we could always talk to as well. Right? Mother Mary, and why is she bugging? Right? Do we need your loving? That's an our Run DMC song, Mother Mary. All right. So divine experiences. Do not be afraid of being powerful. All right. So Mother Mary, I'm going to turn on the kitchen light because it's kind of dim in here. I'm going to get a brighter light, post light for video shortly. But so Mother Mary's coming through. It's all Mary Magdalene. We had to get the other one, right? The other Mary. So there's Mother Mary instead. So there we go. So she's asking us to be powerful. So we're going to put that to the side. All right. So the next card is, and I do not know who this is. The name rings a bell, but I really don't know. El Moria. I don't know if you know who El Moria is. I do not personally. I may have heard that name somewhere in passing in these 50 plus years I've been on this planet. Protective light is surrounding you. You are safe. So you're safe. It's asking you to be powerful, right? But if you're going to be powerful, most people don't step into the power because of fear, right? So what they're saying is if you step into your power, you are safe. So step into your power. We're being supported, right? All right, Lady Venus. All right, and we're not talking about the razor, right? The Lady Venus. Call to action, power surge, earth mission. So everything's about energetics here. Step into your energy, step into your light. You are safe. Now you're being called to action by Lady Venus. All right, and so she's asking you to. She's giving you a power surge. So. Again, don't be afraid to be powerful. Lady Venus is offering you more power. And then finally, let's see what the third card is. All right, we've had this one before. And it comes back again. If it comes back again, it came back in the third spot as well. 1, 2, 3. So this card repeated from yesterday. We only had this once because we only just got the deck. But so this card repeated from yesterday. It is the Divine Director. So this is all coming into an easy play here. It says create space for divine order to unfold. So to place it together here, and everybody's universe is different. So we're not doing the I see your cars breaking down sort of reading, or you got the job. We're doing just basic energetics for the group. And so what it's asking us to do, what the Mother Mary is asking us to do, is do not be afraid of being all powerful, which you are. You're source. You're the all power of everything. So it's asking you to step into that power and realize who you are. And then El Moria is sending protective light to you when you step into that power. So you are safe, right? Lady Venus then is asking you then to take that power surge into your earth mission. It's your call to action. The power surge that we are being protected by El Moria from, that Mother Mary is giving us, Well, Lady Venus is asking us to take that surge into action, right? It's your call to action. Call to action, power surge, your Earth mission. What is your Earth mission? I'm sitting here. This is my Earth mission. What is your Earth mission? It could be more. Whenever you figure out your Earth mission, there's always layers to it. This is just the beginning, so there's always more. But what about you? Where are you stepping into an Earth mission? Or if you're even still in your trauma body, what are you seeing as possibilities of your Earth mission? And then finally, the divine director. Once you're there, it's asking you to trust the process. So what it's basically asking you to do is find that you're step into the power that you are as source, and then start driving yourself towards being source on earth and working towards that. All right, guys. All right, so that's the Kyle Gray Divine Masters deck, which fantastic. All right. So in your universe, then, can you see where you might be afraid? That's the question here. Do not be afraid of being powerful. So is there any space in your current universe? And it's a good question to kind of ask today. It's all a show of energetics, right? So are you afraid to step into your power? Are you stepping into your power, and can you claim your power? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Because you are all source. And if you have any fear, then the fear is based on the traumas in your body. As source, you are all, you are everything. So you're seeing this. Are you seeing this through your source eyes? Are you seeing this through your trauma body? Josh, those are great cards and description discussion. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cricket. Because yeah, I mean, that's why I kind of held off on doing Oracle. I don't do tarot very well, or I haven't, but that's why I held off on doing Oracle cards. Is because it's like you see Oracle readers and they're like, the whole group is going to win $1 million, and they're like all specific, and that's just not how I see it. I'm seeing it more as, again, everything that I'm seeing is based on energetics of the group. And so it's asking the group, and thank you, Cricket, I really appreciate it. It's asking the group to step into its own power as the source that we all are. We are the source of our own universe. And so it's asking us to remember that, step into that, know that we're divinely protected, and then start moving whatever fashion that is. Chris, like last night with the sacral chakra bowl, and looking at getting a G bowl, which I'm not sure what I'd have to look up which G and chakra that is. If you know, or getting a root chakra bowl, a separate, just straight root chakra bowl. So yeah, once you know what your what your divine mission is, and you may not, but as long as you start stepping forward. I didn't know what my divine mission was. I didn't know I was a channeler. I wanted to be a channeler. Bless you, Josh. I am stepping into my power bit by. Yes, you are. It's having that roof over your head, Nathan, that's going to give you part of that power. It's not being powerless. And when you're in a situation where you're couch surfing and really relying on friends and whatnot, it's not easy. And I've been there. I spent a year hitchhiking, and I'll get back in. We stopped at 9/12, so I will get back into that story. And maybe even today. But yeah, when you're couch surfing, it's you don't have your energetics are wrapped up in your apartment and whatnot as well. It's all part of your identity, and when you don't have any of that, it's hard to separate your identity as like, I don't have an apartment, but I'm still. It's not easy, and so favored to that. My son, who is 7 years old, said to me yesterday, "Trust the process." Oh wow, I could love young light workers. Says he's heard it from Washington. Really interesting, considering there's zero talk if Washington or politics in our home. Oh wow. In an election year, you could hear it from anywhere, but favor. But either way, saying same as 7-year-old, trust the process. That's always an amazing deal. Can you trust your process? And Nathan, favor to your process. All right, and of course, anybody out there, Rick, if you're watching, Rick Dunning as well. Favor to your doctor's appointment yesterday and your health as well. My divine mission on earth is, as it is in heaven, is to remember who I really exactly. When it comes down to it, if anything else, you're source walking around on earth. So all you are is, and this is where it gets hard, because we conflate ourselves as this trauma body. We conflate ourselves as all the things that happen to us, or that the people dislike us. So what's wrong with us and any of that, and it's their traumas. And so we conflate all of that, and it brings our source self out of us. We don't see ourselves as our source self. So we're sitting in our trauma body, seeing that as who we are. And everything that generally, if we're in our trauma body, then anything that happens in our universe we're going to feel that, but we're going to feel it in a low density vibration in our trauma as trauma in our body, most likely. That describes to me what it meant very accurately. LOL. Hello, family. Just came on. Welcome to anybody who just popped in. Yes, grateful. So yeah, that's the question: is can we be strong enough to realize that anything that's happening to us isn't even happening to us because we're not. It's happening to the trauma body. There comes a point where you get to a delineation where you're sitting around and you start talking to your body as Josh, right? So I'll sit around and I'll be like, all right, Josh, let's get up. Because I realize, and it's you would be schizophrenic if you think about it, but it's if you didn't understand what's going on, but it's not because I'm the source inside myself. So I'm talking to my body as its separate entity. And so when you can find that delineation where I'm my own source, and then really you can add a third, which would be your inner child, which for most of us is pretty destroyed. Right, or hopefully healing, but you have to come from a destroyed one if you want to heal it. But most of us here have pretty much traumatized our inner child. It's happening for us. Exactly. Nothing happens to us. There's nobody's out there trying to do something. I mean, they may be maliciously, but even if they are, it's still happening for us to realize that for us to see the bigger picture, to us to see who we are as source love. But yeah. Exactly. All right. So correct, Laura. By all, spot on. All right. So let's work with. We're going to work with the smoky quartz today. We're also going to do our 15-second project and do some cord cutting as well. So let's cut some cords there. We're going to cut cords to fear. There we go. So since the cards have stated that they want us to remove the energetic fears and step into our divine self, right? So if we're wanting to step into our divine and higher self, Grace, Josh. Email up top, pinned comment. Okay. Yes, my email's up at the top. It's Mr Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. It hasn't changed to match the channel, and I don't know if it will because it's kind of out there already. But either way. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to cut cords today, and we're going to cut cords of anything that's causing fear in our universe. What is fearful in your universe that's not allowing you to take back your power? That's what the cards are asking us to do, right? So if we're being asked to step into our divine power as source, and then of course go create, and are you feeling fear? Are you in fear of stepping into that power? Because once you step into that power, you really have no excuses per se. That's where you realize that you're source, and you realize that you have the keys to your kingdom, so to speak. And there's no excuses at that point because then you're playing in your own energetics. And so then at that point, then it's a matter of either truly living as source or canceling yourself as source and reverting back to the smaller 3D trauma body or the body itself. The body may not hold trauma, but you may not be in source self. You may find yourself still in the body itself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we flip. Once we realize that we're trauma body and we're source body and we're love and all that, we flip back and forth. We have to carry the body around. So I mean, we feed the body, we love the body. But are you in relation with it? Are you living in fear of the energetics of it all? That's the question here. All right. So yeah, and if you didn't check out Jules, I had a video, the interview for Jules. He's I actually came to America, didn't stay so I don't know if he's coming to Colorado, but check out Jules there. It's the tag for my short or my interview with Jules. He's apparently went to Mount Shasta. So there we go. There's more talk about Mount Shasta than I've ever heard in my universe over the past 2 weeks. And so now Jules is at Mount Shasta as well. And I know Lily Nova Starseed posted some pictures of what could be the portal to Tellus on her page. So she's been this. So yeah, but nonetheless. So yeah, let's go ahead and do our 15-second project, or actually our cord cutting first. So it's easier to do our 15-second project after cord cutting because we're less we have less dense energy within us. So what we're going to do today is cut anything where we've been in fear of stepping into our power. Where in your universe have you been the smaller self? Where have you been afraid or not stepped into your power? Like by the power of Grayskull, right? Where have you not found your He-Man or your Sekhmet energy and allowed yourself to get run over in your universe? Or Shira, right? You could do Shira too. Either way. Good dawning, Viviani. We're doing some cord cutting right now. So we pulled the cards, and the cards stated that we needed to step into our divine power and step past fear and start working in our light on Earth. And so with that, we are using the 15 our cord cutting project, right? So we're cutting cords. We're going to cut energetic cords from situations where we did not step into our power. Where, and only you know this, I don't. So if I have my own situations, but on your end, thank you. The feng shui, thank you, Viviani. Feng shui, we'll have part 3 this Sunday. Again, and I got to post all that today or tomorrow, but with blindly inspired. So we'll have part 3 of feng shui. We ended up with cars and bathrooms. So she'll take it from, I think the bathroom is where we ended up. So, or in the bathroom, right? Are you keeping your bathroom door closed? I am, but there's no ventilation in my bathroom. There's no vent per se other than the fan. So it's a little chilly in the Donning, but the energetics are better in my house. All right, so let's take a moment here. We're going to cut cords, and if you haven't been with us in cord cutting, it's real simple. All we do is imagine the situation. We can state a specific person's name. We're not removing the person from our field. There are intentions on cord cutting. You can intentionally cord cut somebody out of your life. In this case, we're intentionally cord cutting energetics that are bogging us down. Negative, what you would consider negatives, it's a subjective term, but negative or positive, negative energetics, in this case, fear, places and situations where we didn't step into ourself, where we may have let energy run us over, or we were in fear and did not step into our source self. So whatever that is for you, and that could include getting to the door of an airplane that you didn't want to jump out of, that you had a parachute on, and maybe you bagged it. It could be any old thing. I was in level 4 rapids. This is fear. I was in level 4 rapids coming down Cold Creek, which is the creek. Do you see like the cool mountain breeze or cool mountain waters for the Coors commercial? That specific creek, right? I was actually way before you get to the Coors factory. It's level 4 and 5 rapids, and so in front of the Coors factory, it's really chill in Golden, Colorado there. But otherwise, so I was flipped over upside down in level 5 rapids going down Cold Creek. So I almost, and there's rocks and boulders and stuff. So fear, I did not, once I finally got myself out of the level 5 rapids, flipped over and I got to shore. They said, would you like to get back in the boat and complete that? I said, no, I am on shore and grateful. It will stay out of the level 5 and 4 rapid waters. 5 is about as high as it gets. No. So in order to clear that fear, technically, I need to go back and do whitewater rafting again and not, of course, get flipped over, but just get out of the boat at the end and be fine. We were one of the only flips that whole year. But nonetheless, so exactly, it was intense. I was under the boat. So that when we're doing our cord cutting here, where in your universe have you been flipped over in level 5 rapids coming down the side of a mountain in Colorado, so to speak, and then not completed the journey, right? I still have that sitting out there. So in order to clear that fear, to pull that energetic back, technically next summer, I really should go back to Clear Creek Canyon or Cold Creek and do Clear Creek. There we go. And do another run on the rapids there. Go whitewater rafting again. There we go. Knowing that generally they don't flip over and I'll be fine. But so that's what we're talking about here. So in your case, do you have those situations? Hopefully not in level 5 rapids, but level 4 and 5. There's not much difference at that point. And when you're in panic, it wouldn't matter if it was level 3, 4, or 5. With level 2, you could probably just walk right out of it. But, all right. So, So from your end there, let's take a moment. And cord cutting is real simple. We'll imagine the situations, and you can just erase it, like throw it on a chalkboard and erase it, or you can see it and erase it from your mind. You can visualize it, you can say it, you can write it down and throw it away. Whatever works for you. We're just bringing up the situation and then returning it back, the energetics back. Rapids surfing, if you surfed and you got wiped out and you've never surfed again, that would be another fear that took you. And there you go. Not that you generally do whitewater rafting that often. It's an experience situation, unless you're like it's like your deal and you have a kayak and all that. But I don't think I'm starting that at 51. I don't think I'm going to be starting kayaking down level 4 and 5 rapids anytime soon. But I practice in Boulder Creek at level 3 rapids first, level 2 and 3. But either way, it's not my gig. All right, so what's your gig? Let's go ahead and take 15 seconds or a minute here. We're not doing our energetics, but a minute here and cut some cords. Situations where we left fear on the table, where we left our energetics, where we were in fear, where we didn't step and claim it, claim our power, could also include where we did not speak up. So if there's situations where you did not speak up, step into your frame. Those would be the same. So let's go ahead and do so. Take a deep breath with me. If you're driving, of course, please don't. All right, inhale. Exhale. One more. And of course, breathing is the quickest and easiest way to center you into yourself. And if you're, and to lower your cortisol, the quickest way is to breathe in. As you breathe out, you will expel the junk cortisol. You almost drowned. Oh, wow. So did I. I fell into the pool. My dad jumped in and grabbed me. But wow, favor there, Henny. I'm glad you did not. Got you grateful. All right. I call back all of my, yes, exactly. And that's what we're doing. We're calling back where we did not step into our power. So let's go ahead and do so. Take one more breath with me. And release. All right. So take a minute. This is a self-guided project. Choose to do or not. Those who do I've heard feedback. They feel lighter. It's almost like an instant weight loss because you're losing those heavier energies. So let's go ahead. And we're cutting cords to play situations where we did not take our power, where we left our power on the table. There we go. All right, so cut cords and begin. It's a self-guided project here. So we're cutting cords to situations where we were not powerful, where we gave away our power and our energy. Where are you feeling that you are not stepping into your power as source? So we're going to cut those cords. Just another couple of seconds. We're cutting those cords. We're clearing those energies and stepping more into our power. All right. And you can continue to cut cords. If something comes up later in your day, and it might because you reframed your energies to kind of focus on that. So if something comes up in your future where you're like, oh, just cut the cord. It's just that simple. If you find a situation where you are powerless, say at work, where you have to subjugate your power, so to speak. Some of us at work, we have pretty demanding bosses or what have you, and we have to, we can't step totally into our frame, unfortunately. And that may be the case for you. It's not for me, but I work by myself. But at the crystal shop, it's just moi. So nobody there but the rocks. But in your case, if there's somebody maybe like that at your work, or you have to be powerless, then remember that who you are. And sometimes, yes, there are those in our universe who demand that we kind of slow down our energies for them. And your boss might be one. If you have friends like that, I don't really know how they could be your friends, but otherwise, some of our family members can be like that too, where they demand that, hey, slow down, or whatever it might be, or you have to. If you walk in with a full bright light, your light fully lit and bright, you may get junk. You may get stuff. I don't want to say anything. Stuff back from your family. They might be like, "What's They may not understand your brightness. So maybe when you're around your family, you're not as bright as you usually are. So those are situations where you lose your energetics there. But yeah, nobody wants to do that. So let's work on our 15-second project. So if you have to squash your energies to be around somebody, think about that. If it's your family, that may be a deal, and you may have to. But then, of course, reclaim your energies. Do not let yourself stay in the squash space. Sometimes also we don't want to be that 100-watt bulb. We want to be a 40 or 60-watt bulb instead, because we don't want to overshine, right? We don't want to be too bright, because then we take away the power of the room, because we become that power. And so, again, keep that in mind. You get to choose the level. It's like you're your own dimmer switch, right? And so we never want you to dim your energy. But if you're in a room and you're really bright and it's setting people off, for example, because the brighter your energy is, and I think this is walking into Saint Germain's talk here, right? We always do this, right? How the brighter your energy is, the more you're going to throw other people's energetics off, quite possibly. And so it's your responsibility to be aware of that. It's not your responsibility to really care about other people's energetics. And if because you are source and realize that you're throwing somebody who's in their trauma body off, But at the same time, you can be compassionate and not try to be as bouncy and whatnot and blow them over and realize where they are energetically. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring in Saint Germain here. So if you are in a Saint Germain, and we are grateful that you are here, and we are channeling through Josh for you to you this dawning. We don't do the countdown anymore. It's pointless because we are wasting 5 seconds of your time. Why are we counting down when Saint Germain is right here? But nonetheless, if you are in energetics, we're talking about energetics today, right? And we're going to go along with the card, right? Because it is asking you to, the cards are asking you to step into your frame, right? To be your highest self. But if you are not in your frame and you are around energetics that are keeping you whoop, then yeah, you have to realize that it is them that is, and you have to step into your frame. And again, we were just saying there as well, you could converse that, right? If you are in a situation where you are in a room, right? Say you are at a work party and you are sauce, so you are walking around home and you are peace. There's a point where you might want to find balance in that so you are not standing out, right? And you stand who you are. But if you are at work, we're not asking you to conform in any way. You always be your light. But do keep in mind that sometimes being the 100-watt light bulb in a room where the light bulbs are 40 watts, you want the attention to be placed on yourself. That is the question. You are allowed, and I want to repeat this. People do not think that is the case, but this is true. You are allowed to kind of chameleon yourself in an energetic field, in an energetic room, right? You do not have to always be like, I am the sauce and the bright. You are inside yourself, right? You know you are sauce, but you don't always have to be running around like I am sauce outside and wee. And if you are going into a room, like for example, a funeral, right? You know that the person is right there with you. If it is a friend or a family member, or if it's somebody you knew really well, maybe a coworker you worked with every day, and you knew their energetics really well, right? You know that if they are past, they are not past. They are with you. They are part of the energetic field. You can communicate with them. You know this, right? The family may not. The family is crying. They are down. You do not want to go to the family and go, oh, Bob's okay. Smack him on the back. He's good, man. I'm talking to Bob now. He's all good. What are you crying for? Bob is up in heaven. He's doing great. Why are you so sad? You do not want to do that to somebody. Pat him on the back. Be like, Bob is amazing. He's all good, right? You could do that, but you do not want to be like, why are you so sad? Why are you crying? Bob did not really die. He just slipped into a better energetic form, right? Into his true energetic form. But if people are not aware of what they are saying, what you are doing, you're going to bring down the whole, you can't be that light in such a dim situation. You're going to throw off the energetics of the funeral by dancing around. You could hold that Bob is good and you and all that, but if you are dancing around the room and all bright and in a funeral, you have to control your energetics. You do not always want to be the 100-watt light bulb. We have said this before, when everybody else is a 40-watt bulb. Do repeat that because you could find yourself in an awkward situation. So keep that in mind. When you are out in your universe, you are in control of your grand energetics. And if you are in a space, of course, we had reversed this as well, where you are acting or feeling 30 watt and everybody is 100 watt. Maybe you are in a room and you have somebody who's been whose vibration, right, is higher than yours. Do you squash your vibration? Do you bring it down? Or do you just bring it up as best you can? Remember, everybody is vibrationally, is where they're at. And if you are an understanding of your energetics and your vibration, like your set point, and when you are in your space, right, you all know when you are in your vibration, and when you are out of your vibration, right? So don't let anybody in your universe. It's not easy to do, of course, but don't let anybody in your universe bring down your vibration as best as possible, of course. And of course, have discernment on your energetics. And remember, there's no situation in your universe where you have to bring down and realize you are not sus. We're not asking you to dovish around or be all bright and cheery like at a funeral. To find a moderation there. But nonetheless, if you get into situations where you have to, your energies, right? You are standing at the precipice. Do I do this? Do I not? Do I reach for my higher self? Do I call up my higher energetics? Of course. Step into your higher frame. Remember, you are sus. So if you are going to skydive and you have the fear, right? You have the fear, you get to the door. It is up to you to call on your higher self to either shuffle out the door or not. It is really going to be up to you what you choose to do. But in your universe, can you see where if you are presented with that situation, you are in control. It's all about the energetics. So do you step into the trauma body, right? You have that choice. When you are at the door, in the green light, you are about to jump out of the aeroplane, right? Not letting it land. You are going to land yourself, right? You have that choice to either trust yourself as sauce and jump out of the plane, right? I am sauce. I put myself in these energetics. Of course, 99.9% of all skydiving is fine. They all survive. I'm going to be okay. I am the highest love, and I could raise my vibration by doing this, right? I step past a fear, so I become a better, bigger human being, right? A better soul, right? This is why we have these things on the planet, is these grand fears. And if you step over the fear, you become like He-Man, right? Or Sekhmet energy. So where you find your Sekhmet energy? If you are standing at the door of an aeroplane, you step into your trauma body, fear. I am going to die. First fear, right? You fear that you are going to die. You are stepping out of an aeroplane. You have a parachute on. So you do not trust your parachute, then you are in distrust. So are you in distrust generally in your universe? That's one thing to look at first. Second thing, can you step into your higher self at that point? And this is part of the cards, right? They are asking you to find your higher divine self and call that in, right? That's why we work with Sekhmet. If you, we won't bring in Sekhmet here, she just jumped in. If you are standing at the door of an airplane, can you, before you jump, find yourself in higher energies? If you cannot cross the threshold and jump, can you bring up your energies and find yourself within your internal roar and make that jump? All right, Sekhmet. Just a real quick channeling here from Sekhmet. So she's asking you, if you are finding yourself in that space where you're at the threshold and you have to jump out of an airplane and you cannot, can you grab into that Sekhmet energy, that roar, right? Can you grab it into yourself and realize that there's the higher energetics? You are pulling into your higher self, the stronger energies of Source, right? Sekhmet is offering that to you, right? Can you do that? That's what we are asking here. Are you going to see yourself as the small self, the trauma body, and not reach into yourself as Source and let that fear, right, run you over? Hi, all. Can't chat much, but here listening. 6/5. Say that 3 times fast. You will not be able to. 6/5, 6/5. You end up saying 5th, 6 or something. But try it. You will see. But from your universe, when you are standing there, for Nathan, when he is standing at the precipice of his new apartment, and we wish you all the favor there, can you reach into your higher self and see this is only the beginning? Or are you going in there going, whew, all right, with this heavy energy? Can you say, I got this. I am the eye of my tiger, and this is just the beginning. It is all energetics and what you are choosing in your universe. You create those energetic choices when you are out in your universe. You create those energies by either giving into the darkness that is held within you or into the light, which is held within you. You have a 50%. You can do both. It is only the beginning. Saint Germain, there you go. That's the energy we want to see from all of you. This is only the beginning. You are just getting started, are you not? You are just getting started in your energetics of kicking ass and taking names, so to speak. Having that kind of energy. It's not we are trying to literally kick ass and take names like you would see back in the 80s and the 90s, but I am moving forward. I am here. Hear me raw, so to speak. We are not women, but you might be, but we are human. Hear me raw, right? You get the idea. We're going to work with the to ground some of this energy, right? So you can find yourself in balance, right? These smoky cards go to your root chakra, kind of like a playoff from last night, right? From Chris's chakra ball. And the smoky cards will eat your negative energetics, right? It's smoky. So why is it smoky? Because it's filled with negative energy. So do not lead from the other thing we want to discuss, leading from the hip, so to speak, right? We are lead from our hip. You've heard that term before, right? You have to step off somehow energetically. So if you are leading from the hip, you are stepping off energetically. Are you stepping off in frame? In sauce love, are you stepping off in trauma body? The question you have to ask yourself. Because you can be like, all right, yeah, I got this. I am down. I'm good. I am sauce. It is no problem. Let's do this. You can be in all trepidation. See, Nathan is not in fear that he is moving his universe forward. We are going to hold that energy up for him. We do not see fear. We see amazingness, right? So it's the same deal. All right, so let's work with these smoky cards. You could be like, oh gosh, I have to be alone. I'm moving into this apartment. I'm in fear of my future. I don't know what I'm doing. No, Nathan is walking right in. I got an apartment. Ground one. Poof. What is next? Show it to me. Let's kick some ass. That's what we are talking about. And it's not kicking ass of anybody else, but it's kicking the energetic ass of your universe. So you move forward, right? There you go. All right. Smoky cards energetics. We are going to ask first, questions later, right? So if you are down with the smoky cards energetics, then you are here. If you are not down, then you will turn your phone down, you will stop watching, whatever. But otherwise, if you agree, we go, right? If you disagree, then you will not be here. So we go. Nobody dropped off, so we are grateful. All right. I think we went from 19 to 18. All right, so the smoky cards. You're going to feel the smoky cards in your root chakra. You may feel it cleansing your heart a little bit. It's going to eat. If you imagine these smoky cards eating the negative energetics, right? That's why it is smoky, right? You have the clear cards for the positive. The smoky cards will eat all of the negative out of you. So let's denegativize you, right? You take the negative eraser. There we go. And you will step into your energy as sauce and be all amazing, right? There you go. All right. So we are going to do this with the smoky cards. And we are grateful. And you are all the amazing you need to be. You realize you are amazing, right? You come to Earth, you get these crazy parents who teach you that you are nothing but whatever, and then you have to break past it. Then you break past the whatever your parents are doing. It's amazing stuff that you are doing here, really. To figure out that you are source love, right? That you are the source of yourself, that you are the energy that is running you, the body you. Let alone to understand that alone, it's not too many people on this planet right now who are understanding of that. It is more, we are in ascension, but it's going to take many ascension, many lifetime cycles, many years for the Earth to complete her ascension, right? And it's the people on the planet who have to ascend fast, then the planet rises with the people. All right, we're going to do some energy on your chakras, but we are doing it all on you as well. So let's work with your crown chakra. There we go. All right. The ground not frozen yet, so warm. Today last night was our first freeze here for Colorado, Josh. We're tapping on the crown chakra. I must go to Nova Scotia someday, Lindsay. So beautiful. The closest I ever got was the Bay of Fundy, which I know isn't that close, but anyway. All right. Yes, for those of you leaning past the United States to the east, you'll have to go backwards. It is now 9, 10, 11, be 12, 17 for those of you you Canadians. All right, we are cleansing your energetics. Let's do some work on your third eye, just your body in general. And of course, you can gain more of this by watching Healing and Beyond with Michael, right? If you are having a crappy day, right? If you are not in your best energetics, we suggest you go see Healing and Beyond with Michael. And He's from Australia. You can hear the kookaburra birds, right? While he is doing his energetics behind the tree. No tree you would have in your city, for sure. Tree only in Australia tree. So we are grateful. We are sweeping away all your negativity, right? So we are going to divide. Sweep away this side. Sweep away this side. Clean your energetics. Cut the screen. Garbage. 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 Remember, you are source love. Any negativity within you is programmed. Anything that is keeping you away from in fear of your own light is programmed. So we are just sweeping away all your fear, all your programming, all your negativity, all your distrust, and anger, and frustrations. Hopefully no hate, right? We're going to look at this card. Why are you giving me this card? And cut that and throw it away. Give me what is in your forehead there. Get rid of that. You got something right there, so let's get that too. We don't want any of that in our frame, do we? All right, folks. We're going to put down these smoky cards. What is that? Why are you carrying that energy? We don't want that. Throw that away. All right. More heavy energetics. Throw that away as well. All right. We are done. Going to smooth this out, and then we are going to end today. We did not start today. We are going to end today with something a little different. Grab the notebook. Let's see here. You have a notebook, right? Oh, we have to go backwards a page. We are keeping track, right, of all of the, Josh is keeping track of all of the mantras that we have done. So we did not write one out for today. So today's mantra, because we're going to go with what the card stated, is, we'll write it down real quick, remove fear with every breath. All right, so today's mantra, are you ready? We were placing off the cards. We were trying to see, make it a theme, right? So the cards gave us the theme for today. It's fear, about taking back our power, right? So let's, today's mantra, Saint Germain. Today's mantra, are you ready? And you will carry this with you through the rest of your day. I remove, all right. I remove fear and release it with every breath. So with every exhale, I am blowing out fear. So I am releasing my fear with every breath. So imagine that today as you are breathing out. No more fear. No more fear. As you do that, as you breathe out and release the fear, you will be blowing out cortisol. You will be releasing stress hormones, which is cortisol. You will be releasing tension in your body. You will let your cells breathe a little bit more. So as you go throughout your day, today's mantra, I release my fear with every breath. Every breath I take blows out the fear that is, no more fear. There you go. So can you do that in your universe? Where you are, imagine each exhale today as releasing fear. I'm trying to point at you. We're just playing with the pen. But if you are, imagine each breath. So the breath comes out. More fear is released. I am fearless with every breath. You could say that too, right? Because there you go. Fear not here. That works too. You can create your own mantra to around that, but however you choose. But the idea is that no more fear. There's no point. I don't need it. It's all old energy. I'm source love. I don't need any more fears. Yeah, being asked to step out of our fears. We can play in that. You can go back to the community post that Josh posted, right? The picture right by his work. Somebody made it as graffiti, no less, in his universe. Old fears cannot see new possibilities, right? So if you are living in old fears, you cannot see new possibilities. And if you want to see that picture, go to Josh's community page on Mr. Floyd's universe, and it's just scroll backwards. You will see it. It was put in front of him. The universe speaks if you listen, right? There you go. So, all right. So we are going to release transmission here in a moment. We are grateful. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled, and we are grateful for you today. As you release your breath, as you consciously, hopefully you are breathing in consciousness, right? And we will go over that as well at some point. But as you intentionally inhale with me. As you intentionally exhale, you are exhaling what? Your fears. So let's do that. No more fear. And when you do that, make that side too. You will see your body will relax. You will bring yourself into more comfort and space, and you'll be like, you try that and watch your universe change. Releasing transmission. All right, grateful. Thank you, Saint Germain. So yeah, in your universe there, when you're breathing out, imagine that you're breathing out all the negatives within your universe. So as you take a deep breath in, we're bringing in positive. You can even add that. As we breathe out, we are breathing out negative. So with every breath today, we're breathing out negative energetics, negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative situations. We're just releasing it. All fear, all doubt, all of that just gone. No more fear. I trust my universe. So carry those energetics with you today. It's not my bus looking for a new space. All right, the sky will clear if I get into, absolutely, the sky always clears if you get into your meditative state. Last night I was feeling, even with the chakra bowls and such, I was still feeling kind of funky. I was in a weird energy yesterday. And it's the first time I haven't felt like all source in like months. I mean, honestly, like a month. I did 3 of those healing by Michaels last night. And there you go, right? And so we did 3 of those, and like $1 million. So it's all about energy, and really, whatever's going on in your universe, just center down on your breathing today. And as you breathe out, we're releasing fear, and you can toss negativity into that as well, and just throw it all away. We don't need it. And imagine yourself getting lighter with each breath. Imagine more light coming into your body with each exhale, and imagine each exhale taking you closer, because you're taking the energetics of what's holding you away from what you want. You're moving those energetics closer to what you want. So with each exhale, you get closer to what you want in your universe. There we go. All right, guys. It's there we go. That's another. It's a wrap for today. Unless thank you guys. Couple channel notes. Otherwise, nothing else this week. Next Tuesday night will be Sunday. Actually, this week, Sunday night, we'll have part 3 with Blindly Inspired on, and I'll post that, get that posted up today or tomorrow. Thank you, Chloe. I've got my schedule, Chloe, so I'm going to send you an email, and we'll get together. I'm going to have Chloe on the channel as well. We're going to discuss rocks and stones and energetics of said stones and rocks, and of course, Chloe can then sell those energetics to you at a price that is beyond fair. So it'll be the Crystal Show with Chloe, and we may start doing that a little often here. So she has a large inventory, and we can. I believe that crystals, rocks, and stones are an excellent tool. You cannot use them to bypass, but they're an excellent tool to help you work with your energetics. And so it is important. In my end, since I've been at that crystal shop, I've learned how important stones and crystals can be to working with your energetics. So I think it's important to have Chloe on the channel to work with that and to give you the opportunity to get stuff at a really great price as well. So yeah. And then Tuesday we have Laura B back with Tarot and Oracle on Tuesday Night Live. And so we just take it one step at a time, guys. And tomorrow I get to go to the dentist and have 4 cavities filled. And it's been a minute. So yeah. So the Friday edition of Good Dining might be a little But yeah, and then next week, once the times shift back over Saturday night after Halloween on our end, then we'll be back in line with John Benny on Monday and Thursday as well, since they move their times. Um, they shift their times a week before we do. We used to shift them this time, but Bill Clinton shifted it for Halloween, so kids wouldn't have to trick or treat in the dark. But trick or treating in the dark was half the fun, but nonetheless. There we go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Helene, I'm going to the post office in about 20 here, and we'll get you shipped. And thank you, guys. Roots of Teeth. I've had, yeah, you know what? It's all ascension and putting you put the body back together too. It's been 7 years since I've had dental insurance, based on jobs and whatnot. So I haven't really had dental insurance, but I've been able to get to a dentist here and there. But so now, yeah, it's time to get it all fixed up. It's just like what you guys are doing, and all of us are doing in our universe. It's part of the ascension is cleaning everything up, and that's cleaning up your oral health and everything else. And so grateful. I love you all. Have an amazing day. And again, if you didn't get a chance to watch Chris and his sacral chakra bowl last night, please do so. It's feel free to do so, I should say. And of course, check out Chris's channel and his card with Archangel Gabriel. And one thing we did not do. So let's do this. And it slipped because it's new. And this is something I blindly inspired wanted real quick, and it slipped my mind. And I apologize, guys. Working new stuff into this, I got to just remember to do so. As we walk out the door, let's take 15 seconds for peace. There we go. So as we walk out the door today, before we close down the show here, let's take 15 seconds and hold the world and ourselves as well. Are we including ourselves in seeing the world at peace? Because peace has to start from where? You. If you're not in peace, then you're not going to see a peaceful world for yourself, and you're helping to create an unpeaceful world. So the peace has to start with us as well. So that's like breathing out fear, right? Helps to bring us in peace too. So, all right. So let's take 15 seconds real quick before we close the door here for today, and send some energy to the world. So what we're going to do, this is, let's do this as a guided, quick, like guided thing. So we're going to do this as a, here we go. Follow me. Close your eyes real quick. Saint Germain, thank you. Download. Close your eyes real quick. All right. If you would please, and thank you. All right. So we're seeing the world in peace. So let's see the world. See the world. We see it as the earth. There it is. It's round. It's actually not, but it's toroidal field, so it's kind of shifting and moving, but nonetheless, it's round, so to speak, right? They say it's round, but it's not. Right. So we see the round earth. And just imagine, totally round earth. If it's a toroidal field, then it's living, and it's not always complete, but nonetheless. So see the energy of the earth. And let's see the earth bathed. Take 15 seconds here. We're going to hold the earth in gold and purple light. So there we go. So we're seeing the earth. Now hold it in a peace and loving golden and purple light. And we're sending love to the entire earth and everything on it. And we're seeing it all bathed in golden light and purple light. So take a couple seconds to feel that. All right. Now breathe out, and we'll release any fears that that's not the case. There we go. All right. May you see your universe in a golden and purple light. Sorry, I forgot this. Thank you, Blindly Inspired. I know you're not here, but thank you, Blindly Inspired. Yeah, I appreciate that. Was a really good idea to do that. And so if I forget to do that at any point, just somebody tag me 15 seconds for peace. But yeah, when you're out and about, see the world in a loving light. See it in that purple hue, and see it with the golden light around it. And yeah, it just makes things so much lighter. And as you breathe out that fear today. Each exhale, we are exhaling our fear and all that comes with it. So we don't need it. We don't want it. We're going to inhale awesome and exhale fear. So, all right. Have a day as awesome as you are. Another episode of Good Dawning as we roll in towards our 5 months. We're rolling towards 6 months of Good Dawning here. And I'm amazed and grateful and thankful for all of you, Millie, Henny, Laura, Kiss, Star, Linda, Lindsay, thank you. Scrolling too fast. 6/5, Nathan, We see Nathan in his purple and golden hued apartment. Nathan, there you go. So we see that as well. Everybody, just have an awesome day, because you're awesome, and realize that. Don't let anybody else. Don't ever. How dare you let anybody else tell you you're not awesome? I love you. Keep that awesomeness up. I'm going to go do not literally. I'm going to go film the Kuan Yin card. There we go. Say things better here. And I will see you all in the next. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. I love you.